There's a lot of different grills out there. And look at all this chicken. Which one's the best? And what's the best way to do chicken? Well, we're about to find out right now on Josh Cooks Meat. People ask me the same question all the time. Josh, what's wrong with you? I don't know. I can't figure it out. My wife seems to have a long list of things though. Besides that, people are always asking me what type of grill they should get, seeing as I have a bunch. I've got this 250-gallon offset smoker, this pellet grill, a ceramic Komodo style grill that uses charcoal, and this propane gas grill that my friend Evan gave me like 16 years ago. People also ask, Josh, what's the best way to do chicken? A brine? A marinade? Just a rub? People ask me if I like jerk chicken too, and that just makes me laugh. I mean, it sounds funny, right? But those questions got me thinking, what is the best grill? What's the best way to do chicken? And who better to figure it out than me? Look, I've got the grills and I've got the time. Seriously, I'm so bored on quarantine. So today, I'm gonna do what no video in the history of the internet has ever done. A chicken grill taste test comparison! Like, seriously, I've watched every single video on the internet during quarantine, and there is nothing like it. Did I mention how bored I am? So I'm gonna do 3 types of chicken on 3 different grills. In case you don't want to math right now, that's like 9 different ways to do chicken. So today, I'm gonna brine some chicken, marinate some, and use a competition rub on the other. Then we're gonna cook the chicken on a gas grill, a pellet grill, and a charcoal grill, and see what turns out the best. I'm not firing up this bad boy for 3 pieces of chicken though. Sorry, not sorry. And when we're done, we're gonna have the greatest chicken grill taste test comparison video of all time. Let's do this. First things first, let's make the marinade. Take 3/4 cups of apple cider vinegar. The acid in the vinegar is gonna help break down the food surface and help the flavors be absorbed. Then we'll use a 1/2 cup of lemon juice, 2 tablespoons salt, 1 tablespoon granulated garlic, 1 tablespoon granulated onion, 1 tablespoon black pepper, 1 tablespoon dried basil, and 1 tablespoon of mustard powder. Now take 2 cups of olive oil and pour it in gradually to emulsify. Look at all those flavors floating in there. Now for the brine. First, we're gonna use 2 cups of water in a pot over medium heat. Pour in 1/3 of a cup kosher salt, 1/4 cup brown sugar, 3 garlic cloves, smashed, 3 bay leaves, all crumpled up, 2 sprigs of rosemary, 4 sprigs of fresh thyme, a 1/2 tablespoon pepper. Now bring to a boil to let all the flavors release and for the salt and sugar to dissolve. After about 2 minutes, add in 6 cups of ice water. Don't you dare add chicken to a hot brine. It'll start to cook, and that's nasty. Once it cools, I'm gonna slice up a lemon to add into the mix. I don't like boiling the lemon. The rind gets a little bitter for me. But if you want, go ahead. Now it's time for the rub I got at the New Jersey State Barbecue Championship. Take 1 cup cane sugar, 1/2 cup seasoned salt, 1/4 cup garlic salt, 2 tablespoons celery salt, 2 tablespoons onion salt, a 1/2 cup of paprika, 1 tablespoon black pepper, 1 tablespoon chili powder, 1 tablespoon dried mustard powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon cayenne, 1 teaspoon sage, 1 teaspoon thyme, a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin, and mix it up. For this test, I'm gonna use chicken legs because they come with a handle. Meats with their own handle are my favorite. I'm gonna pull the skin back so the seasonings and flavors don't just coat the skin, but get down into the meat. Now it's time to brine. We're only gonna brine for a couple of hours. I don't want to oversalt the meat or change the texture. No way. Did I just do that? Or did I not do that? For the marinade, get yourself a Ziploc bag and put the chicken in. Then pour in the marinade. I'm not sticking my head in there though. I already did that bit. We're only gonna marinate for a couple hours. Any longer and the vinegar will change the texture of the meat. For the rub, I'm gonna sprinkle some directly on the meat. Then put the skin back and give it a generous coat. For the brine chicken, I don't want to use a salty rub as there's salt in the brine. So I'm gonna make a herb rub to sprinkle on. 1 teaspoon paprika, 1 teaspoon chili powder, 1 teaspoon granulated onion, 1 teaspoon granulated garlic, 1 teaspoon ground thyme, a half a teaspoon ground cumin, 1 teaspoon black pepper, and a half a teaspoon of cayenne. When I take the chicken out of the brine, I'm gonna give the surface a rinse and make sure it's not too salty. Then sprinkle the rub on. The marinated chicken is also gonna get a blast of that competition rub. Now it's time to meet the grills. First up is a propane grill from Weber. This bad boy has been to over 30 tailgates, 4 Burning Mans, and 2 baby showers. It's got a cast iron grill grate, which will distribute the heat evenly. Next is the Traeger pellet grill. This was my very first smoker, and it's been a real champ. It uses these pellets for both heat and flavor. Plus, it's got an easy-to-use temperature gauge, which makes this a set-it-and-forget-it rig. Super easy. Last up is the Pit Boss Komodo grill. It's got lots of room, a porcelain firebox to hold heat evenly, and uses charcoal and wood for heat. Since it takes the longest to heat up, I'm gonna use a chimney and some trusty Kingsford to get her lit. The Traeger I'm gonna set at 275. The chicken should take about 45 minutes to cook at this temp. Once it hits about 165, it's done. Let's give it a try. First up off the Traeger, I got my brined chicken leg right here. Really juicy and really flavorful. The herbiness comes right out on this piece of chicken. It's actually pretty delicious. And then look, I got the skin to bite right there. Oh my God, look at all that juice pouring out. That's what you're gonna get with the brine. Next up off the Traeger is the marinated chicken leg. Really, really good. I feel like skin got a little rubbery with all the oil in there, but still very tasty. You could really taste the flavors in the rub too, kicking right out there on the skin. It's quite delicious. I'm gonna have another bite. We got dry rub only off of the Traeger. A little crispier than the other ones. It's pretty good. Not nearly as good as the brined and the marinated chicken, but it's all right. And you can see that skin. Look, that skin was just bite through. That's because it didn't have any oils or any other liquid in there, so the fat on there was able to crisp up. Now I'm gonna check on the chicken in that charcoal grill. Ah! Oh no! So what did I remind myself of? You gotta watch your chicken. If you're gonna cook over a direct flame, you're gonna have to turn it a lot and keep your eyes on it. Also, have some extra chicken lying around. This time, I'm not gonna put it so close to the fire. Next is the gas grill. The chicken has been on for about 40 minutes. Time to test it. First up, the brined one. This is actually really good and juicy. You can see it got a little charred on parts of the skin where it got hot. I can really taste the brine. Yeah, the skin just bites right through. Next up is the marinated chicken off the gas grill. First, look at the skin, got kind of a nice little char to it, nice and crispy. Now let's give it a bite. Bit right through the skin. You can see it's kind of juicy in there. I dig it. I like it. We got the rubbed chicken. Right here, like all the other chickens, you won't see this on the brine or the marinated chicken where the skin starts to pull away from the bone because we didn't have it kind of sitting in any of that liquid, so it was able to dry out a little. Let's be honest, it's pretty boring. There's nothing in there. I taste the rub a little. It's chicken, it's all right, but it's nothing that I'd really want to make again if I know how to brine and marinate something. That thing didn't stop. That was just me, you crazy kids. Now it's time for the last batch of chicken off the charcoal grill. First up, we got the brine chicken. Look at the skin, looks nice and crispy. We got a lot of flavor looks going on there.
Wow, this is super juicy and super flavorful. Not too burnt or anything. I could really taste the herbs, but there's this nice hint of smoke there that wasn't on any of the other chickens.
And look at all that juice.
Next up, this is the marinated chicken. Just I could really taste the marinade in there. Herby and flavorful. The chicken itself is pretty juicy. You can see the skin was actually bite through. I think that's because of the heat from the charcoal grill. Lastly, we got the rub only chicken. That's good. Tastes a lot like chicken. You taste the rub, not about it. A little bit of the smoke. I think more natural wood flavor comes through on this one than the other ones. It wasn't masked by a marinade or a brine. I like this better than the other ones that had rub only.
So in the end, the grill that gave me the best tasting chicken? The charcoal grill. But that thing was a pain in the ass. I almost burned my chicken. If I didn't have any spare chicken, I wouldn't have an ending to this video. Now the pellet grill, that was a close second. It was easy to use, gave me a lot of flavor, and it really cooked the chicken evenly. Now the gas grill over there, didn't add the flavor like the pellet or the charcoal grill, but it's super easy. It's great for tailgating and baby showers. The best way to do chicken, hands down, was the brine. It added the most flavor and the most juice. The marinade was good, and the rub, well, it tastes like chicken. Blah. And don't worry about the screen right there. I'm gonna fix it when I'm done with this video.
If you like this video, hit the like button. To see more just like it, make sure and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for new videos. And be sure to like us on Instagram at Carnivore Kingdom and on Facebook at The Carnivore Kingdom.